you fools.
Last time Scottish independence came around, I was very much against it. I didn't see much point to it, much use to it. My instinct is always against nationalism, because nationalism is just another form of identity politics, and it's just as pointless and just as useless and just as meaningless. This time around, however, Scotland, run. Run. Go on without me. Flee while you can. Get out of this sinking ship. Those rats are sensible rats. Before I was against it because I just didn't see the point, I didn't see the need, and I also had some selfish concerns as well. Scotland has always been much more left-wing than the rest of the country, and without Scotland the prospect of ever having a non-right-wing government just seemed like pie in the sky, really. Especially now with the gerrymandering and everything else. It was just kind of desperate for any hope, any light at the end of the tunnel for some sane and humane policies. But between the collapse of Labour, the gerrymandered districts, and everything else that's been going on, the general rise in this pointless nationalism everywhere, someone might as well be alright. So run. Run as fast and as far as you can. You'll probably do alright out of it in the long run, better than being dragged down with us. At least I think so. I mean, the prospect of you retaining your links with Europe, that's going to mean more prosperity for you, more interest for you. Businesses that are thinking about relocating might now consider Scotland as a much easier and cheaper move than uprooting and moving to the continent, because you're only just across the border. If you come to some kind of prearranged deal and timetable with Europe for entering Europe or remaining part of the common market and everything else, then you're likely going to get a lot of interest from down south too. If you have a reasonably open immigration policy for Sassenachs like myself, then I'm quite sure a lot of more pro-European people from the rest of the British Isles will quite happily consider upping sticks and moving to Scotland. And a lot of them are going to be middle class, upper middle class, professionals, people with technical expertise, that kind of thing. Just the kind of people you need to help you build a new economy. Long term, that just seems like the best way to go for me. If you did hive off, you've probably got more in common politically with the rest of Europe than you do with us. So, don't worry about us. Alright, we're fucked anyway, so get out of here. Run, flee, head to the hills. Run into the waiting arms of Europe while we spurn her, because you're going to be a lot better off by doing so. I don't know. I just despair, and I just hope that someone somewhere can come out of this retaining their rights, retaining an NHS, retaining a sense of the social contract between a government and its people. I mean, you just look at what our lot are already doing, trying to do, and you listen to their speeches about the future, about stripping workers' rights and more zero-hour contracts and getting out of the European Court conventions and everything else. And it's just, you can see it coming, this just wave of penny-pinching arch-capitalist nonsense, and they seem to think that the way to go is not to defy this petty nationalism, but to embrace and support and reflect it. Like I've said in other videos, they've forgotten how to lead, and that's the problem with populism. But yeah, just fucking run, Scotland. Just run. Dang.
When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to